Yeah, beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Stay positive, hope, and keep faith. Stand strong against any odds that you face. Put away the alcohol and the drugs. Fill your time with the things you love. Addiction is tough, but it's worth the work. Treat your body what it's worth. Spread positivity, inspire all. If we stand together, we will never fall. I help others see the other sides of life. A sober life, letting go of the strife. So give me a call, I can help. 1-844-4405-HELP. Homeless shelters, hospitals, jails, wherever you are. I am Ralf Friedrichs and I am here for you. 1-844-405-HELP.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I'm going to share something with you, and let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin. You try lifting the lid, but the enormous weight upon the lid prevents you from doing that. You try banging on the lid, so maybe unsettle the dirt, and someone might notice and start digging their way down towards you to help you. In reality, there are people probably standing nearby your grave. You just don't know that. You just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to fear death, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind while you were abusing drugs and alcohol that you might take life away from yourself? God had given you that life. And if you don't care about that as much, what about taking your life away from the people that love and care for you most? Your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, husband, wife, children, even your grandchildren? With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be like the person that I just spoke about that went to their grave without seeking for help, because all you need to do is pick up the phone and either call me at 844-405-HELP or call any other rehab center or addiction recovery coach or life coach. 844-405-HELP. And together, you and I will help you take your life back. Don't forget each and every day to utilize a thing called knee-mail, K-N-E-E-mail. Knee-mail is when you put your slippers under your bed at night and you retrieve them in the morning, and while you're on your knees getting those slippers, you utilize that particular time to speak to God. Part of speaking to God should be asking for guidance and direction for daily life, forgiveness and mercy for all the misgivings that might have happened during your daily life, to thank Him for having a home, food, clothing, relationship, health. It's the time where you, from your lips, speak to God's ears and have a personal relationship. And this should be done each and every day. And there's no better way to remember to do it, if you need to be reminded, than while you're getting those slippers that you put under the bed last night. When you're done speaking to God, put those slippers on and walk with God 24/7. We're going to talk about anxiety and depression, calming the emotional roller coaster ride of life between running careers, family, and households. Women are multitasking all the time in society that hasn't quite formed itself around multiple needs for maternity leave, child care, elder care, and other support systems. With so much on our plates, it's no wonder why anxiety and depression are twice as common in women as they are in men. It's normal to feel blue once in a while, but if your mood has started affecting your day-to-day functioning, it's time to get advice from a professional and get it immediately. Feelings of nervousness, irritability, sadness, guilt, exhaustion, or hopelessness that go on and on could be signs of an anxiety disorder, depression, or even both. A visit with your primary care provider can help sort out what's going on and point to the appropriate care and resources. Fortunately, there are many effective therapies as well as things that you can go and do yourself that can help calm the emotional roller coaster of your daily life. I would start maybe with professional help. Anxiety and depression are often linked and the treatments for them are similar. For mild cases of anxiety or depression, therapy from a counselor or psychiatrist can be very helpful. Therapy addresses the feelings, the thoughts, and behaviors that are associated with depression and anxiety disorders. People tend to have patterns in their lives that often perpetuate these disorders. Identifying the patterns and learning to change them can ease negative feelings significantly and help you head off relapses in the future. If anxiety or depression is moderate to severe, medications may help in addition to therapy. The most commonly prescribed medications for both anxiety and depression are a class of drugs known as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, or SSRIs. Fluoxetine, trade name Prozac, is the SSRI, I should say, that most people have heard of, but there are many others as well as SSRIs in the world. They are very effective, but typically take around 6 weeks to fully kick in. If your anxiety is severe and you can't wait for the SSRI to take effect, faster-acting short-term medications can be added to bridge the gap. You can get self-help or perform self-help. In addition to taking advantage of help from medical professionals, there are many things you can do to help yourself. Practice stress management is one of them. For those of us who have rabid multitaskers, simply learning how to prioritize and break down those endless to-do lists into short-term goals can really help reduce anxiety. Yoga, meditation, deep breathing, and other techniques can help us as well. Explore other ways to manage our stress in your life. Make sleep a priority. You probably already know how much sleep you need to feel good and function well. And you're probably not getting that. It's a cycle that's hard to break out of. Stress causes sleeplessness, and sleeplessness causes more stress. But it's important to make sleep a priority, because depression and anxiety are hard to treat in people who don't get enough sleep. Medications can also help, but before you resort to that, commit to making some changes in your sleep habits, like shutting off the computer or even the TV before lights are out, going to bed and getting up at the same time each and every day, and banishing light from the bedroom. Learn more about how to improve sleep by Googling how to improve sleep. Learn on your support systems. Women tend to take on more responsibility than they should, and to shoulder it almost entirely on their own. If you have a partner, have a talk about sharing the load a bit more, or bring to someone to help. If you are carrying an unmanageable load at work, talk with your supervisor about helping to prioritize tasks. And don't drop social engagements due to the lack of time. Now is the time you need your friends for venting, laughing, and relaxing. Don't underestimate the benefits of healthy living. To keep anxiety and depression at bay, I can't emphasize enough the importance of eating a healthy diet and getting regular physical activity. Even small amounts of exercise can make a big difference, both physically and emotionally, especially if you can get outside in the garden or the park for some fresh air each and every time. Depression can be associated with weight gain, and in my experience, patients who have made healthy lifestyle changes have often found that changes significantly supported their overall recovery. For emergency help, if your anxiety or depression has led you to start abusing alcohol and or drugs, if your behavior is becoming reckless and dangerous, or if you are having thoughts about harming yourself, do not attempt to ride out your feelings. Make an urgent appointment with your primary care provider and or the therapist. If you are at imminent risk of harming yourself, call your county medical health crisis or go directly to the hospital emergency room. Stop the roller coaster in your life. It's normal to feel a little anxious or depressed sometimes. It is not normal to feel that way all the time. Sorry about my puppy in the background. Get in the habit of checking in yourself frequently. If you're suffering from normal stress, practicing self-help strategies just mentioned can make a huge difference. But if you can't find yourself struggling, or if you can find yourself struggling with no end in sight, give your doctor a call. Appropriate treatment can calm your nerves, and appropriate treatment can save your life, especially if you're thinking about hurting yourself. Make the phone calls. If you need help with certain local areas in your neighborhood, call me at 844-405-HELP. I promise you, together, you and I will ride out this roller coaster ride called life together. And may God bless you.
but never got an answer, and wondered if God was really there? Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. Will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need. There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. No prayer too small. He always knows what's right. God hears them all. There is no prayer too small. My God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you